Welcome back to Soul of Jazz, where you are guaranteed a spellbinding musical experience. Before the ad break, we were spoiled with good music, including our soul classic. But right now, it is about time that we call on all our jazz lovers because it is our jazz moment of the week. Enjoy. It's so easy to get carried away, but let me leave all the piano playing to our artist of the week, pianist, music composer, producer, music director, Luyanda Madope. It is such an honor for us to have you. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
You know, I was just getting excited there, you know, because of your energy and how you embrace musicality. You know, you inspire everyone to think that they have a musician inside of them.
Yes.
Is that one of the reasons why you're doing so many things under the umbrella of music?
Our music is large, so we find ourselves in different parts that in the beginning we didn't even plan.
Yeah.
You know, I never planned to be a producer. I've never planned to be an arranger. I just wanted to play piano because I was singing before playing piano.
Yes.
So now when I went to school, and then you find that there's other avenues in the music itself, you know, there's composition, there's directing. So yeah, I found myself in this space of producing.
Yeah.
I guess it's a testimony that music is for people and we have to do it together. So maybe that's another tip of me.
So I'm very excited because you have been in the music scene for quite a while, because you have found yourself producing, collaborating, and working with some of South Africa's big names, the likes of Judith Sepuma. You've also went to branch into R&B. So what most people don't know is that most of the singles and the music that they listen to in the radio, you are the brains behind it.
Yes, you know. You know, producers and composers most of the time, you know, are not in the spotlight. But through works, of which that is the main thing, is for us to write the music, so that people can be inspired. So lately now some of us we play, you know, so I'm a performer, you know, I love to be on stage. So that's why sometimes people get confused. What is this guy doing? I'm a performer, I want to be on stage. But also I write and direct, also, you know, to see some of the works. And again, producing, it helps me because I get to learn other people. I don't read a lot of books. I talk with people, and then I learn.
You absorb.
Yes, from people, their stories. And then we put the music to these stories.
Yeah.
And, you know?
So I think now we should just go get the broom, because I just name dropped just one name, Judith Sepuma. But I think we'll just put the broom on standby and let's just name drop as much as we can, so that people can know the names that you have worked for, even composed for, produced for, and worked with.
Yeah. I've written music for Spogazi, the singer, that singer. I've written music, I've done music with her. I've written music for Asanda Palm and produced her record.
And was she won a Metro for it?
Yeah, she was nominated for the Metros.
Or nominated for the Metro.
Yeah, for the Metros. Judith won.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then Putmakoi Mkhobata.
Yes.
I've produced for Putmakoi, won Metro, 2 Metros.
Yes.
And in the summer. And Dumza Maswana, the guy with the Paratone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that also. I am busy with the lady from Eldos. Her name is Zasha. Zasha, the album is finished. We find out about that. And Titi, I'm going to be starting Titi's Luzipo album from Port Elizabeth. She's my home girl.
Yes.
She's my baby sister. So yeah. So I try and work with different people, and seems like people love working with me. There's something good that I'm doing. Also, I have the project that I'm busy.
Absolutely. So now we can clear the floor after all those names dropped. You know, they just cluttered the floor a bit. But it's just to bring everyone in the loop of the magnitude of the work that you have done, and which is why it's so exciting that you now have your own album, which is called Connecting Generations, which is doing quite well, getting a lot of radio play. Would you say that the reception is different, you know, being in front of the line versus when you're behind the scenes?
It's so amazing. It's like a balance for me now, because most of the people who followed what I've been doing, like composition and producing, they also, you know, get to embrace this side of a guy. You know, like now I'm in front, I'm leading the project, and so far so good. It's balanced, I must say. And there's some new people that they never knew about me. They start to know about me through Connecting Generations, of which now it's another avenue that needs to be expanded, and it's exciting. And
Is it hard to write for yourself versus when you are writing or composing for another person? Is it easier for you to judge a person's story than to tell your own, or the other way around?
I guess it works both ways, because if I'm going to write for you, I have to know what's going on. And if what your story resonates with my spirit and creatively, you know, it makes work easy. Because when you tell your story, I have to listen to you and direct it to where, because you want me to produce, you have to give me a brief of what's happening, where are you going, and then I interpret that with music. Sometimes it's tough, because we have to go to place where we don't want to talk about. And because I'm a producer who loves lyrics, I just want to know what's going on, you know. And then you tell me, and then we work with the music. And sometimes because there's other composers that I know, so I call upon some of them and say, guys, I've got this mezzo soprano or this tenor singer, blah blah blah.
So is that process easier when you're telling your own stories?
Sure, for me it's not easy.
Yeah.
For me it's not easy because there are things, you know, sometimes it's tough to talk about, you know, and to break in. Sometimes we have to break to, you know, to be visible.
All right.
Yeah.
So now let's talk more about connecting generations. The purpose of the album is in the title.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming when you say connecting generation,
Yes.
you are seeing yourself as the bridge between old and young generation. So musically, if you had to put it under a genre, what genre would you say it is?
On iTunes we put it on the world.
Okay.
It's world because we are telling the story of South Africa to the world.
Yes.
So if we're gonna limit it and say
jazz,
whatever, you know, the market is South Africa is a country in the world. So the world needs to know about it. So it starts from there from us.
So then if you, because I hear you now trying to be very politically correct in that answer, but then who would you say is a connecting generations listener? Like who is that person that would go out and buy the album and listen to it and enjoy it?
One of the objectives of connecting generation is to be able to touch a mother who's going to be able to tell the story to the kids.
Okay.
You know, so for us, we don't have an age where we say, okay, they're 35 going up.
Yeah.
We are trying to cover everybody. That's why at some of our shows, sometimes when we have the special guest, you'll find a hip hop guy on the bandstand because that's what we are trying to do. And the musicians that we are working with, most of us, we studied jazz at school.
Yes.
So that element of jazz, you'll find it. African music, you'll find it, even though jazz is African music anyway.
True.
You know, and then the gospel, all these influences all over the world that makes music the best language in the universe.
I love that. Well, Luyanda, thank you so much for spending time with us. But before I let you go, I just have to put you in a tight corner, and your experience and expertise and wisdom will determine how fast you get out of the corner. So in 3 words, please let myself and everyone at home know, what does soul and jazz mean to you? You can let them know right there.
Soul and jazz means life.
Word
honesty,
number 2.
love.
Life, honesty, love.
Love.
Love it. All right, Luyanda, thank you so much. And that deserves an encore. He's got the magic fingers on the piano. Please go out and support his album. It is called Connecting Generations. If you want to be spoiled with nothing but good sounds. And speaking of those good sounds, we still have more of that beautiful soul and jazz music in store for you. But we just have to take a little bit of a breather. We'll see you after the break.